Here we go for another great matchup on our stream board here. Going to be our first look at Team 1 today. Going to be against Andrew and Tommy. My name is Nick Teixeira, joined by Gordon Dixon on the call for this pro doubles matchup.
Yeah, this one should be a good one. Got, I think you called him the standout player. How did you describe Jolie?
Yeah, Joey Lee was the standout player. I think him and Cody Hampstead or Hamster, Cody Hamster. They were the standout players. I think just from the merit of their performances that we saw. Chemical Shots, thank you for tuning in. You can comment about not liking Soft Tip all you want. You're still watching, and we appreciate the views, my friend. Thank you for watching along.
You're being monetized, hater.
I don't think there's much hate. Listen, we're a Soft Tip tour. We travel around the world, and we just have our likes of trying to promote a professional darts tour in North America. We also, USA Darts, work on other tours and the traditional darts, if you will, but this is actually the Arachnid Pro Tour. They make the dartboards and run the tour as well. Here we go, getting things going. Donnie Joe, Final 125. Is this his first playing on the live stream we've seen so far?
Yes, I believe so.
Just kind of surprising to say, considering the run that they won on last year. But this was the event where they went on that run, Team 1, and currently they're one match away from that seat match. Same thing with Andrew and Tommy.
Well, and he also didn't play yesterday at all.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
He just came over here to give me those flights because he was hanging out and having a good time?
Yep.
God, what a nice guy.
It's one of my favorites. I say it every time.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for coming right on back over after our little internet hiccup there. Do apologize about that, as this hotel's internet has not been our friend at all. Chemical Shot saying, "Oh, no hate at all. Darts is darts, but I just don't get why over here we buy those boards for kids instead for safety." I think that you just have to kind of give it a shot. As Jack Wagon pointed out, there's different distance, different amount of holes, everything else. It's a level playing field. It's not just easier to play. If that was the case, then there's a reason why Leonard Gates is still predominant top player in North America on steel and soft tip, right? Darts is darts, as you said it yourself. We will continue to fight along here in our bracket to see who plays Shazam in that seat match. Raymond and Brandon currently on the bottom side of the bracket. I believe they just finished their match against Q-Soul Baby. I believe they bested them in that match, but with that internet flicker, we're not 100% sure of the current match states that are going on out there. You're curious, we are live on 4 different platforms right now: BullShooter's Facebook and YouTube, and also USA Darts' Facebook and YouTube. So feel free to give us a follow on whichever platform you're watching. It's an absolute pleasure to have each and every one of you watching along here with us. Had over 500 people before the internet crash. Hope to see you all come back in and give us a share around. These players deserve it, especially because we're about to get to that seat match here in just a moment's time in this Pro Doubles 01 bracket.
Yes, and if you want to come play with us, we've got 4 tour stops before the Super Bowl in Chicago. Here in a couple weeks, we'll be in Columbus, Ohio, at the Marriott just outside of the airport. So if you're traveling in, you don't even have to rent a car. You can basically walk. Don't walk. But it's super close. And a week after that, we'll be in Pittsburgh for the largest, or usually top 2. Largest. I know Florida competes.
It's the largest, I'm pretty sure.
Fair
I think it's a safe title. Florida's a big stop, for the record, as Joey Lee Harder hits a 180 to leave 28, by the way.
Yeah, great shot there. And then we'll be in San Antonio, so back to Texas, March
21st to the 23rd.
Those days. And then we keep talking about the BullShooter Streets. And the BullShooter streets say that we're going to be in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Omaha. As Donnie Joe does a good job getting nice and low there, but 35 is the target line. If T-Bone can get to 35 or less, the freeze is on, and Harder will not get the look at 28. Needs 2 troubles now and can't freeze. Here we go. Double 14. For the first leg on the board in this race to 3 format here. Top 4 winner side to get into that seat match. And gets it done there. Team 1 currently up 1. After getting that 1. Nope, lost it.
So this is the semifinal on the winner's side in the pro doubles bracket. The winner of this will take on the winner of Shazam.
That match we just covered, so we'll cover. They'll play the Shazam. That just hasn't updated yet.
Oh, gotcha. I would have figured that out when I looked at the next name.
Yep.
So Shazam just beat Eclipse of the Palm in the other semifinal. So winner here will take on Leonard and Donnie Ram.
You want to come up to the line? He was a little bit of an X factor in that previous match we saw them playing against Q Soul Baby, where it was kind of an all or nothing type of play. He accidentally bumped an extra 8 points on the board there. I don't know if they. Yep, he did catch that there. Wags in the chat saying hi, Nick Teixeira. Well, I'm mad at you. You're not here going to Q Club with me with McGinnis and Cottrell and all those guys. So get out of here, Wags. Get out. Scram.
Opening shot here in the second leg for Jolie.
Jolie finds 60 or 72. I got distracted with my singing there.
Yeah,
I completely blew
you
it.
wanted it to be there, and it wasn't.
It usually isn't.
So, just out of curiosity, which version of that song were you singing?
The correct one?
No, who's the artist that you know that song from?
Stevie Nicks.
Okay.
No, not Stevie Nicks. Dolly Parton.
Okay, there
Sorry.
we go. All right.
I'm sorry.
I
don't
wasn't
know why I said
familiar with
Nicks.
Stevie Nicks, so I was.
You were like, okay,
I
well.
was about to Google that.
No, you're about to fact check me. No, absolutely. I don't. I complete Sunday brain fart there. Dolly Parton. The other one I like. Also, Braswell asking if we're going to Chili's in San Antonio. No, but I'll go get dinner with you. We're just not going to Chili's again. No more Chili's. Only wants to eat chicken fingers, anyways. Back to the match.
He's a big triple. And he finds it. Andrew stepping up here. Played pretty darn solid. Last time we saw him on the stream.
Yeah, like I said, in New Orleans, I was thoroughly impressed with the form he had. And when he's firing on all cylinders, he's definitely a tough competitor.
Yeah, it does one less than having his score there. Down to a finish. Donnie going to need a couple of troubles himself to get down there, and he's already got him. Stay straight. Oh, he does even better. 180. Rips him out of the board. Down to 114. Trying to win this one against the darts.
Well, I think Andrew and Tommy won a scrappy match in that 3-2 affair against Q Soul Baby. I don't think Team 1's in the mood to give a scrappy performance here.
Yeah, no, I think they definitely are going to have to raise their game, but thus far they have. Strangely enough, Jolie's the bottom man on the board right now.
just 60 there, now in major danger of freezing. But Hammock's only thinking about the finish line right now. Now is thinking about freezing. Does get there. Getting below harder score. Don Joe not going to look at the 114 here. Just gets 60 points chipped away there. But again, with harder not on a finish, kind of inconsequential what Donnie Joe hit in that given turn there.
Well, but you still want to bring it down to where T-Bone doesn't have the chance to freeze harder when he gets into range. But they're going to have to fade this 41. 180 would take him to 89. So there is an opportunity to freeze here. Gonna need all three.
That's a good start to the campaign, though. Following along,
Look at
another
this.
one. Finds a 180 for Joey Lee Harder.
Yes, and by 2 points. Freezes the 41 of Andrew. Maybe trip 13. Yep. That's what he's looking for.
Brings it on all the way down there. Now 54 will be an opportunity for Donnie Joe. Go ahead and take this in a 2-0 lead.
Donnie had a really good leg. A big come up there from Joe Lee to set this up. There it is. See Joe Lee in the background ringing the bell.
Yeah, he's getting a little fiery, isn't he?
That double goes in.
Well, that was massive. I mean, obviously, you don't want to normally put yourself in situations where you need the 180 to get out of it, but he did, and he still hit it, and now they're in pole position for the match.
Yeah, Donnie Joe, a veteran operator. He came back here and spoke with us yesterday for a second, and he said, "What is this, the 39th one? I bet I've played 34 or 35 of them."
And that's quite the CV right there. You know, we talk about like all these up and coming talents, the Bo Greaves, the Luke Littlers, and everything else, but there's a certain level of just natural talent, but versus long term experience. That plays a factor, and someone like Donnie Joe, that's what makes him so steady in every single tournament. There's not much that phases a man that's seen 34 of these.
Yeah, and although Donnie didn't get in, the ins from Andrew and Tommy were not overly impressive. So, barring 180s from them, Donnie should be able to mitigate that open with a decent in here. I think we saw a little bit of steel tip there as Donnie approaches the board before it flips over. That's always something that I struggle with in soft is how quickly or slowly the board flips over sometimes.
Oh, it is a little bit of a game changer. It makes you really prioritize self-pacing and that Dimitri Vandenberg style of approach to the dartboard.
Yeah, because I'm used to as soon as that guy's out of my way, it's my board. And, yeah, it doesn't always work out that way.
Joey Lee can be in control of this one so far as he had the best in. He's having a little bit of a lackluster turn. So Andrew going to continue to check away here now. Donnie Joe, after having the failure to get in that first round, has not really been punished for it and is in fact doing just fine, despite everything. Not enough to break the throw of Andrew Hammock right now, but enough to at least keep himself in line with it.
Yeah, no off and running, and again, that's just kind of a testament to the mediocre opens from Andrew and Tommy. They just weren't able to run away the way they could have with that open.
Now Harder's looking for a big shot here. Wants to produce something magical to try to get to that finish first. Will not do so. Going wide. Well, uncharacteristic for him so far. That was probably one of the, I would dare to say, sloppiest turns I think I've seen from him.
Chemical. You have no idea what you're talking about, man.
I mean, he's asking questions. I think they're just trying to get educated. But
is that a question?
No, I didn't see that comment before I started saying that. Listen, if you don't like the content or the type of dartboard, it is what it is. But it is an equal playing field for every competitor alike. And frankly, it's one of those things where if you don't understand it, open your mind up to it. Give it a shot. And if you don't like watching it or you think it's easier or childish, then that's not something, an opinion I can change for you probably right here. Harder here. Going to try to set up a finish as well to follow in Donnie Joe's shoes as they are currently out and running so far.
Gets to a finish with the nice 140.
Andrew in a lot of trouble here. Even if he does leave a finish, T-Bone being well behind. There's a freeze absolutely already in play and could continue to be in play. As you can see, Andrew just opts to go ahead and run on down the middle. Donnie Joe, a little bit of a slow turn there. So a big shot from T-Bone, a massive shot would be needed here to give an outside opportunity.
Well, he's at least made Jolie throw his darts. 86 and lower is what Jolie will be looking to get to freeze the 35. And barring a bust, which is not even possible, that's probably why you did it that way. The 35 not in play. So Donnie Joe will get a whack at the 52 to take this one home 3-0.
All the way down to 2. So Donnie Joe can end it here. Does not want to leave T-Bone an opportunity because you never know. On the wire over to the double 10 for the match. Doesn't go. This is your outside opportunity.
Shots on 42. No, 60 for 22. Look at that. Big finish. Big finish. And we've talked about it. That's the way to win those legs when you've frozen your partner. It usually has to be the guy that's freezing. Takes a big finish. So kind of out of nowhere, but T-Bone comes up big. But that 2-0 lead is really going to stick out here, as now Donnie Joe and Joe Lee get the start in what could be the final leg of this match.
Yeah, now at this point, it's all about controlling your throw, making sure you're having consistent scoring rounds, and not letting any errant darts take control.
Yeah, love to see it. And maybe that'll give T-Bone a little bit of confidence. Good open from both of team ones. T-Bone, job done. Off and running.
So now Donnie Jones is going to do his job to try to continue to push the envelope here, though. And consistent scoring rounds is all you're thinking about right now. If you hit something exceptional, so be it. As he's going for exceptional here and finds a 140.
Yeah, Donnie Joe throws a 12 darter. I mean, they essentially couldn't have won without a perfect leg. So that's what that's the standard that he's looking to set.
And that's the standard that's going to be expected, especially getting into the seat match here against Linder Gates and Donnie Ram. And Joe does not leave a finish, though, kind of going a little off the rails there with just a 43 on the turn, leaving Hammock an outside opportunity now. And I say outside because of the fact that T-Bone's having a little bit of struggles in this leg. We've seen freezes, but we've also seen him take those clutch shots out.
Yeah, Andrew takes the lead. But could, again, be all undone. T-Bone lingering back. Gonna need a big shot to bring this back in order. But again, Joe goes out in 6 darts, and it's all moot.
I have to agree with you there, as does not find any troubles on the turn once again. He was the hero of the last leg, hitting the big checkout, but is just falling a little bit short here. The wrong times. Donnie Joe continuing to try to dictate the pace, recovering from his 40-plus round last go. Doesn't exactly do so, though.
No, that does open this up, because now Donnie can't go out. So a nice setup and fading the freeze.
And that's the key part of that, right? You need T-Bone to find a big one. Hammock not going to be happy with that turn either, though, finding some breakfast, leaving the 152.
Yeah, freeze also almost undoubtedly coming in here. And he really only needs one big treble. And there it is, barring a crazy bust. 152 will be frozen. Good makeup shot there from Donnie to leave tops. 152 cannot be finished.
And T-Bone just well behind here. He's going to feel frustrated looking back at this one, as he's been having a little bit of that scrappy performance. Showing signs of brilliance and just evading him in this leg altogether. Donnie Joe for the match, double top.
Yeah, and the nice part here, not much pressure on this dart.
That shows us he just nails it right in there. Quick to get some handshakes, and Team 1 moves on to the seat match, giving some finger guns, back-to-back years, back-to-back seat matches. Guys, we're going to go ahead and get that seat match coming up here in just a moment's time. So don't go far, folks. We're actually going to go ahead and hear from Cody Vad that we had a talk with last night, talking about his big run in the pro singles, getting runner-up to Ram Guevara Jr. Go ahead and be back in just a moment. Hello, everyone. We're back with the Houston regional coverage here for our 39th annual World Tour, and I'm here with Cody Vad, the guy on Friday night with a mission in mind and went on an incredible run. Cody, we were actually at the Q Club Thursday night, and you came up to me and said, "Do you know how to pronounce my last name? I'm going to be on stream tomorrow." Were you thinking that this was going to be the run you were going to have to on Friday?
Not at all. I kind of just showed up with no expectations other than to have fun, and I mean, one thing led to another, and next thing you know, I look at the bracket, and I'm at where I'm at. So, no, not really.
So you're playing in the top 4 winner side, going up against Leonard Gates, of course, someone you expect to see at that point in the bracket. What was running through your heads going into that first match against them?
I mean, I kind of just wanted redemption, I guess you could say, because last year in the pro singles, I played him in the exact same spot for 3rd and 4th place, and I mean, if you go back and watch it last year, he waxed me. I mean, it wasn't even close. But, I mean, last year I was a little nervous, obviously, but I think I've been working through the nerves, and I just kind of tried to block it out, and, yeah, it worked in my favor.
You're a guy that was running off a lot of adrenaline there, right? I mean, you like to show your heart on your sleeve on some of those bigger shots, but sometimes you're keeping cool and collected. You had your ice in the veins when you were playing Leonard Gates again, and all of a sudden you were faced with a 160 opportunity to win the match. And what were you thinking in that moment? I mean, what could have possibly run through your head? You had everybody watching behind you, everybody freaking out at home about it too.
Well, when I hit the first trip 20, that was my first goal, obviously. Hit the first one, go from there. I knew if I didn't hit the second one, that was it. So I was really trying to slow it down right there and focus. And when I hit the second one, that's why I'm usually not the kind of person to take a step back. But I knew that was the only opportunity I was going to have because, I mean, it's Soldier. But, yeah.
It was incredible.
I hit it.
It was incredible. Everyone reacted the way they did. And to feel that feeling and beat Leonard Gates twice in one tournament is a feat almost nobody can really say, let's be honest. But then you're going into Ram again, and seeing him in the finals after the king seat. And at first, it looked like Ram was just on a mission. He started kind of fighting back. What were your thoughts in that last final there? I mean, did you have the eyes on the prize, or were you just trying to stay alive in the match? I mean, what were you feeling? Because I don't even know what I would be feeling in that moment.
Well, to be honest, when I lost the first two, I thought that was it. I didn't know that it went back to the winner side. So I went up to him. I was like, "Man, good shooting." I mean, I tried, and he's like, "We're still going." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." So that's when I was kind of like, "All right, well, you have another chance. Dial it in. Try and do better." And then I won the 2, went to a last leg, and then, I mean, I couldn't answer that. He was just untouchable. And everyone kept saying, I need to stop going for double 19s. For everyone that kept saying that, by the way, double 19s usually my go-to, and I usually drill it. But last night, before the live stream matches, I was hitting it every single time. I'm gonna put that out
So
there.
that's Jack Wagner on YouTube that was calling you out on that one.
I went back and watched it, and they're like, just go for the double 16. Double 19's my double. I love it. I usually hit it. And it just so happens that when I'm on the stream, I can't hit it. And then double 16 was working for me. So, yes, I probably should have went double 16 first start. But I love double 19.
Well, and even then, I mean, again, Ram played phenomenal in that last leg decider to pretty much
Yeah.
seal the deal. But you still went on a heck of a run. I mean, you were talking about me right before you started recording this. People are still coming up to you and talking about that run. What's it feel like to accomplish such a big feat? I mean, getting second in this field is incredible.
Yeah. I'd probably say to this date, me being the age that I am,
Which is how old?
25. But yeah, it's probably one of my biggest wins that I've had, and it definitely felt good. I'm not really, like I said, one to be crowded, I guess, and everyone keeps talking. Obviously, I love it, but I'm not one to sit there and hold conversation. I'm trying to stay humble, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to put
Low
it.
key. Low key is probably the term.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one last question for you here, and I'll let you get back to it. But, 25 years old, got second place against Ram Guevara, beat Leonard Gates twice in the pro bracket. What advice do you want to give to that dart player, around 20 years old, maybe deciding to pick up the sticks for the first time?
Practice. I went through a slump probably about 4 months ago because I quit practicing as much as I used to, which used to be like 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week I'd be playing darts. And then I kind of quit and just slowed down on it. And then before BullShooters came around, I picked them back up and started practicing every day. And then, I mean, they felt good. And don't be nervous, obviously. I feel like nerves is the biggest thing in darts that people have to deal with. You can be the best player ever, but if you're nervous, you're not going to beat the best players ever.
Well, easier said than done, but good point
Yeah.
there. As a player, I always got super nervous, and funnily enough, in front of microphones, never felt that once. But you were incredible, man. We were excited to see you, and we're excited to see where your game continues to go, because you certainly proved that you belong with those big boys. You played like one of them. You are one of them, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck with the rest of your darting journey here in Houston and the rest of the tour. Here at the Houston Regional for our 39th annual World Tour for BullShooter, I am joined by Chris Rodriguez of Rick's Darts and Games. And first off, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How about yourself, Nick?
I'm doing great, man. And you have a wonderful booth out there. Lots of lines of people going in and getting some supplies, myself included, actually. How's it been for you guys being out here at our regional tour?
Good. Great reception, and we were really appreciative of all the support and obviously the invitation for BullShooter to have us in this event. It's really, we look forward to it every single year, and to look for obviously the support to help the community that we live and serve in. So yeah, it's been pretty great this weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, I see a lot of happy people out there, and you and Dallas are doing great alongside with your wife, helping you out in the booth as well. I mean, what's it like being able to take someone that might be going to their first tournament and getting some dart supplies for the first time and kind of guiding them through that experience?
Well, that's a great question, and that's really what we specialize in. And Rick's Darts and Games has been in business since 1974. And the mantra at our store is that you come in and try out as many darts as you can. You break open the package. You want to affix every flight, shaft, everything. You want to go try it. In a room full of 60 boards, it's pretty easy for somebody to go do and kind of affix their own product and go and try it out and make sure that they really buy the product that they want to play with. They do that at our store as well too. So to do it in this scale is awesome, and an awesome opportunity to be able to do it. And
yeah, and it's really cool to be able to watch all these different players walking around wearing the Rick's Darts and Games logos on their shirts and stuff like that. What's it like seeing some of the players that you've helped service in the past end up going and winning some events here?
Well, first of all, it's a blessing, and we couldn't do it with obviously Rick and Loretta Osgood for trailblazing the path for us to be here. They started the business in 1974, and we're just appreciative of the opportunity to carry that baton on.
Well, you guys have been doing great with that, and lots of different supplies in there. I actually picked myself up